Hello everyone, this is Viam. I'm a developer advocate at Viam, a software company that makes it easier to build smart machines based in New York City. I build robots to make my life easier and fun, and I teach other people to do the same. Recently, I came home from work and wanted to have a cold beer. Unfortunately, the distance between my couch and fridge started to increase minute by minute when combined with my laziness, and I realized I needed a solution for this. Me and my sister were throwing a party that weekend, and I concluded that a drink delivery robot would be a great addition to our party and to my life. So I built Tipsy. Meet Tipsy, a drink delivery robot. It uses a Raspberry Pi for compute and GPIO motors to move, ultrasonic sensors for obstacle avoidance, a webcam and a machine learning model to detect people, Python code for control loops, and the Viam software to bring these all together. After coming up with the idea to make my evenings 10 times more exciting, I bought all my hardware components and wired them together. I then configured them in the Viam app, my board, motors, camera, base, and the sensors. I tested all of these components and used the control tab in the app to move my robot around. Now I had my robot ready and working, but it wasn't smart. I wanted it to be autonomous and come to me and avoid my desk, chairs, my sister, and my record player on the way. I wrote a simple Python script to use the distance measurements from the ultrasonic sensor to avoid hitting on the still objects and the mobile sister. I defined a function to detect the obstacles by getting sensor readings from multiple ultrasonic sensors, and if any of the readings were less than 0.4 meters, the code would tell the base to stop going straight. At this point, when I ran my code, it would move around successfully but aimlessly. I wanted Tipsy to go towards people, in this case towards me, so that I could get my beer in peace. For that, I needed to add machine learning capabilities to it. I looked on the Viam registry, found a model that detected people, clicked to deploy it on my robot, and added computer vision service in the app to use my camera on the robot to get the detections. Then I coded a person detect function, and if the detection confidence was over 70%, it would classify the detection as a person and move the base straight as it checks for the obstacles on the way. If there were no people detected, it would keep spinning the base 45 degrees till it sees a person to go towards. I created two background tasks in my main function. First one to look for the obstacles and stop the base if it's moving, and the second to look for a person and move towards them. Since they are both running concurrently in the background, one does not need to wait for the other, and an obstacle detection can quickly interrupt any movement to avoid banging up my furniture or entire apartment. Finally, I have a smart autonomous robot. I easily added smart capabilities to avoid objects, drive my base, find people to serve, all without having to mess with drivers and interface with ML models. Now I am ready to scroll through the Viam registry again and add more smart modular capabilities to my robot. Maybe a speech module to be able to communicate with my robot by talking to it, or a deep face identification module to be able to detect my sister and give her a specific drink of her choice. I could also create a new capability like a service integrating the Shazam API so Tipsy could display the song currently playing at the party and add to the registry for others to use. If you wonder where it is right now, I took Tipsy to the office and we put her to work at the company party to serve the drinks, and it was a hit. Apparently, people love cold beer and smart robots.